The Nigeria Labour Congress has warned that its members will commence a nationwide strike without any formal notice if marketers increase the pump price of petrol without concluding the ongoing negotiations. The NLC President Joe Ajaero admonished the federal government to stop the falling value of the naira. The threat by the organized labor followed hints by all marketers on Sunday that the cost of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, would rise between 680 liters, 280 naira per liter and 720 naira per liter in the coming weeks should the dollar continue to trade between 910 naira and 950 naira at the parallel market. The marketers said dealers seeking to import PMS were being forced to put the plans on hold due to the scarcity of foreign exchange to import the commodity. Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us to discuss the threat by the Labour group to proceed on strike without notice over planned rise in fuel prices. Good afternoon, and it's good to have you again on Newsday, Mr. Sobowale.
It's a pleasure being here as usual.
I mean, it was barely 11 days ago we were happy, the strike started, but it seems as if conversations were had and it was put on hold. And as you can see from my countenance this morning, I've bought fuel. I'm not really in a good place because I didn't plan it. So I just want to know your thoughts, Mr. Sobowale. Why are we here again?
It's a national problem.
Yes.
It's not peculiar to you. But then, you see, my take is this. Labour has been warning government, and government has not responded to Labour. But these marketers or marketeers, see, they're having a field day. They are the people dictating the price. That if the naira is like this, if it rises, the cost of fuel too will rise. And they will give figures. I want to give some figures to you. Get me? If Labour is not bold to give figure, I think for the sake of the sanity and stability of this government and all of us, our collective peace, I am proposing let government peg the price of petrol at 300. You hear me? And the dollar, let the dollar not be more than 100 naira to the dollar. To the dollar. And then, what is the third one? The salary, the basic wage. The basic wage,
allowance.
Yes. Labour is demanding 100. That's the only one they've put something on the ground. I'm saying 100,000. Let's start from that. Some people who are invisible, who are driving market economy, cannot be inflicting pain on the rest of us. Because market forces, you see, there is nowhere in the world you have full-blown market forces. You have some mechanism for regulating the market once it gets hurry. And this is the position we are in now. And the president promised that when it is necessary, he shall intervene. But he has not intervened. Even the CBN governor promised, he was talking of speculation. They know people are speculating. That is why the price of the value of the naira is dwindling. But what are they doing about it? If people are speculating, are there not security forces that can identify them? Nobody has been arrested for any financial irregularity since this government came into force. That has to stop. That has to stop. In this stress, because you see, this fuel subsidy, it is not as if it is a jinx that has not happened. If people are pushed to the wall, they will revolt. That is inevitable. And I don't think this president stuck his neck out and said the Miloko only to be elected and for him to be irresponsive to the yearnings of the electorate that put him there. His advisors should tell him, and I think he too should know. I think he should know. He should not play ball with those who are engineering and advocating free market forces in the third world, while at the same time selling democracy to us. They have never worked well in anywhere, and they will not work well here. Even they themselves, Britain, America, they have facilities on the ground, on infrastructure, on technology, on education, that they have people can walk into and have access to. We don't have such. So how can we claim to be at par with such developed economy and we be practicing outdated, inhuman economic theories which do not favor us? It's time for government to intervene.
Duly noted, well said as well, Mr. Sobowale. Your proposals sound feasible. I don't think there's no reason why they should not be considered. Definitely. But at the same time, you said he's not been responsive and he's been tagged the listening leader. There are some Nigerians that have the impression.
The listening leader. I have a right to change my description.
No, I didn't say you're the one who described it. I was saying that's how he's been tagged, but you're saying he's not responsive. Okay,
but look, to Sita, no, it's not that he bought a lot of goodwill, capital. Mm-hmm. Because, the former government wanted to do this removal, January 2022. Yes. They postponed it. Then they postponed it to the election period. Then they discovered that it can cause more damage in mayhem with the new currency redesign. So this thing has been in the offing. Maybe they even laid the trap for this president that he does not know. But then he has advisors. But I hope and pray he does not listen to American, educated, Western-oriented people who are part and parcel of the IMF implementation of the conditionalities that ruin many African nations. Noted,
but where I was going, Mr. Sobowale, is now, based on what's also been happening in Niger, I have seen cases or read some write-ups where it's been said that the president is prioritizing his position as the chairman of ECOWAS more than he's prioritizing his position as the president of Nigeria, based on the level of priority. No. I'm saying that how this subsidy removal has been treated, it's not really demonstrating that he's prioritizing it, which is why some people are doing a bit of comparative analysis. So what do you say to that? That he's putting other things before that?
Before he became ECOWAS chairman, because he's president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Do you get me now? Mm-hmm. See, it's a pity I don't know. There's a Yoruba proverb that says something like, if you have a problem, and they say your neighbor has a problem, you look after yourself first before you go and look at it. It's basic common sense. On ECOWAS, I will repeat, it's not his fault that the turn of Nigeria, it came to the turn of Nigeria to be president of ECOWAS. Don't understand? We thought it was suspicious until this Nigeria thing came in. God forbid that it becomes unfortunate that he's chairman at this particular period. But they must deter those people. If they do not deter them, like we said yesterday, they will kill that man there.
But is he giving this subsidy the attention that it deserves?
He has no choice. Well, you want to say, you should know, if you are in a position like that, you have so many balls down in the air. But you sort out your priorities. And once you have able lieutenants who have their ears to the ground, you get me? Not to telling you things that are not relevant to what is happening on the ground. Pragmatic advisors. You can juggle so many things. There's nothing wrong with him. And I'm not quarreling with his role over ECOWAS. You know that.
Oh, I do.
And I do not like the idea of people putting religion into that issue. If you look at it, religion is coming into it. I don't want to name any religion, but the religion is coming into it. And international law and order must be maintained. You get me? Some people have used the religion to fund insecurity in this country. We all know that. We know how people die in the North Central, Northwest, Northeast regularly.
Mr. Sobowale, we have to go very soon, but if you can answer this in 30 seconds or less. Now, we're seeing Kenya, reinstating their fuel subsidy because, the chaos and, the protest had become violent. The president was forced to go back to fuel subsidy. Do you see that in our future?
That? We've done it before now. Shebi Buhari, people wanted to do it, then they suspended it. If you see fire, you run back, or you get consumed. Yes, if they can do that, we don't need to wait. You know, there were riots in Kenya. They were literally going to shoot the president. You don't need to get to that stage.
I hope we don't get to that stage. But unfortunately, we've run out of time. We always appreciate your input, Mr. Dayo Sobowale, our Rising News analyst. Thank you for joining us here on Newsday. Thank you.